My job is to tell you the truth. Your job is to make a decision. Question number 4. Is hell temporary, or do the souls of the damned get destroyed? Wants to know about Matthew 10, especially verse 28. That's a question from Lane and Ballard. Here's Matthew 10:28. Jesus says, "And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul." Again, physical body, spiritual soul. "Rather fear him," that is God, "who can destroy both soul and body in hell." His question is, what does the Bible say that our soul will be destroyed in hell? The annihilationists would come along and say, what that means is people go to hell, maybe for a moment, maybe for an extended period of time, but eventually after suffering, they cease to exist like a candle that is blown out. They are no more. That's not what it means. Previously in Luke's gospel, we looked at 3 parables in Luke chapter 15. The parable of the lost coin, the parable of the lost sheep, the parable of the lost son. Remember those? The word used for lost is the word here used for destroyed. It's the same word. The son, the sheep, the coin, they were not destroyed, ceased to exist, obliterated and incinerated. They were lost. They were gone. They were useless. They were separated. That's what happens to those who die as non-Christians, unbelievers, rejecting Jesus Christ. They don't cease to exist, but they are lost forever. They are lost forever. God is an eternal God. A sin against him is an eternal act that requires an eternal consequence. And we are going to live eternally into the future. The question is where? I'll give you 2 verses on this that I think are emphatic. These verses are absolutely devastating to any position that denies the eternality of conscious torment. One is in the Old Testament, one is in the New. Daniel 12:2. Those who sleep in the dust of the earth will arise. Some to what kind of life? Everlasting. And some to shame and what kind of contempt, Mars Hill? Everlasting. Hell and heaven are everlasting. At the end of the age, there will be the resurrection of the dead, the body and the soul reunited for all. And as Jesus rose, we will rise. All will rise, believer and unbeliever. Some to everlasting life in heaven, blessing, grace, the kingdom of God. Others to shame and everlasting contempt in hell, conscious, eternal torment, consequence, punishment, suffering. There will be people in hell as long as there are people in heaven. You cannot say, I believe that people go to heaven forever, but not hell, because we are everlasting in punishment or pleasure, in damnation or salvation, in hell or heaven. You are going to live forever. And it will be unceasing joy or unceasing anguish. My job is to tell you the truth. Your job is to make a decision.